ಭಾರತದ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಪ್ರಾಚೀನ ಭಾಷೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತದ ನಂತರ ಎರಡನೇ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಪಡೆಯುವ ಕನ್ನಡ ಭಾಷೆಯನ್ನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಮುಕ್ತ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯವು ದೇಶ ವಿದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ತನ್ನ ಸ್ಥಾನಮಾನವನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸುವ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದೆ. ಕನ್ನಡ ಭಾಷೆಗೆ ತನ್ನದೇ ಆದ ಪ್ರಬುದ್ಧವಾದ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಹೊಂದಿರುವ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಕನ್ನಡಕ್ಕಾಗಿ 8 ಜ್ಞಾನಪೀಠ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಒದಗಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಮೊದಲನೆಯ ಜ್ಞಾನಪೀಠ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯು ಕುವೆಂಪು ಅವರಿಂದ ತಮ್ಮ ರಾಮಾಯಣ ದರ್ಶನಂಗಾಗಿ ಹೊಂದಲಾಗಿತ್ತು. ನಂತರ ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗಷ್ಟೇ ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ ಕಂಬಾರರವರ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ 8ನೇ ಜ್ಞಾನಪೀಠ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯು ಕನ್ನಡಕ್ಕೆ ದಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಕನ್ನಡ ಭಾಷೆಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾಗಿ 3 ಸ್ಥಾನಮಾನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಂಗಡಿಸಲಾಗಿತ್ತು: ದ್ರಾವಿಡರ ಭಾಷೆ, ಉತ್ತರ ಕನ್ನಡ ಭಾಷೆ ಹಾಗೂ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಕನ್ನಡ ಭಾಷೆ ಎಂದು. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕವನ್ನು ಮುಂಚಿನಿಂದ ಮೈಸೂರು ರಾಜ್ಯ ಎಂದು ಕರೆಯಲಾಗುತ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಅರಸರ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ 1956ರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಸೂರು ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಎಂದು ಮರುನಾಮಕರಣ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಮುಕ್ತ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯವು ಕನ್ನಡದ ಸ್ಥಾನಮಾನವನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸುವ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ದೇಶ ವಿದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡದ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಪತಾಕೆಯನ್ನು ಹಾರಿಸುವ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮುಕ್ತ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯದ ಉಪಕುಲಪತಿಗಳಾದ ಕೆ.ಎಸ್. ರಂಗಪ್ಪನವರು ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಪಡಿಸುವ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಂಗಳನ್ನು ಹಮ್ಮಿಕೊಳ್ಳಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಮುಕ್ತ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯದ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್. Lesson 1. Introducing some basic words and usages in Kannada. Part 1. About the text. In this lesson, you will come across some Kannada words which are generally used in day-to-day life. These include some nouns, that is, name of a person, place or thing, and pronouns, that is, words used in place of nouns, verbs, and denote actions, and some other useful words, which would help you in constructing expressions in Kannada. You will learn how to make use of such words in your day-to-day use. Part 2. Introducing some basic words in Kannada. Ivalu Vinaya. Translation: This is Vinay. Ivalu Kamala. Translation: This is Kamala. Avanu Gopala. Translation: He is Gopala. Avalu Girija. Translation: She is Girija. Ivanu Yaru. Translation: Who is this? Ivanu Yaru. Translation: Who is that? Avanu Huduga. Translation: This is boy. Ivalu Hudugi. Translation: This is girl. Part 3. Vocabulary. In this lesson, you are introduced with some basic words which help you to construct sentences. Besides, some other words are also being introduced to help you construct expressions in future. Ivanu. Translation: This boy. Ivalu. Translation: This girl. Avanu. Translation: That. Avalu. Translation: That. Idu. Translation: This. Adu. Translation: That. Part 4. Some expressions in Kannada. Namaskara is the usual expression used when people meet each other. It is also reciprocated with the same expression. Uru means town. However, it is occasionally used for native places also, whether it be a village or a town or a city. Tande and Tai are the formal words used for father and mother. Most often, informal words like Appa for father and Amma for mother are also used. Sahodara is generally used term in Kannada for brother, which means born along with. But in Kannada, many Dravidian languages separate words from elder and younger are used, which is unusual in English and Aryan languages. Thus, Anna, elder brother, Tamma, younger brother, Akka, elder sister, Tangi, younger sister. Part 5. Cultural notes. When people meet, it is customary to inquire whereabout of one another. In Kannada, like many other Indian languages, we have usage called honorific plural. Even the reference is about a singular person, plural in the form is used either as a custom or accord respect for elders. Nanna means my and Namma means our. Instead of using Nanna Mane, my house, Nanna Tande, my father, we find the usage of Namma Mane, our house, Namma Tande, our father more often. To address a person less acquainted, honorific plural usage is preferred to singular usage. Though, neenu, singularly you, is available. Neevu, plural, you, is preferred, though it refers to a singular person. Hasana is a cultural center known for its Hoysala architecture and sculpture in Beluru and Halebeedu. Kolara is known for its good mines and gold mines. Part 6. Grammatical notes. In this lesson, you have acquainted yourself in some grammatical items and structures of Kannada language. Besides this, you have learned some vocabulary items pertaining to day-to-day conversation in kinship terms. Grammatical structures are the building blocks of languages. These structures have to be learned step by step. Gelayare is the way addressing of friends. Gelaya, friend, it's a singular. Gelayaru, friend, it's a plural. By adding ru, ending with some words become plural. Yenu, what, elli, where, estu, how much are interrogative words asking questions, expecting answers. Nanu, I, Neenu, you, and Avanu, he, are nominative forms in first person, second person, and third person respectively. These generates Nanna, my, Ninna, yours, singular, and Nimma, your, it's a plural. Note that in Kannada, contrary to English and many other languages, sentences can be formed without a verb like Nanna hesaru Joseph. The presence of a word is presumed sometimes. The word iru to be the root and you have iddare, iddivi. Similarly, madu to do is the root and you have to ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ and ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾರೆ derived from it. The verb odu to read is used odutta, reading, studying in the continuous form. Also note that sounds are often duplicated when pronouncing long vowels and consonant clusters. For example, ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾರೆ, ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ, ನಿಮ್ಮ, appa, amma, etc. Note that there are different types of usages you come across in this lesson. They have been given for the purpose of showing the flow in the language.